What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video, and in this video we will talk about Kai Havertz because he handed in a transfer request. He basically told Bayer Leverkusen that he wants to leave the club and go to the Premier League. He wants to play abroad. So let me know guys, do you want Liverpool to sign him? I really think that we should try everything in our power to sign Kai Havertz, and if we sell players like Harry Wilson, Marco Grujic, Shaqiri, Lovren, maybe even Divock Origi, we can fund this transfer because of the pandemic and the whole, financial situation, financial uncertainty in football. Bayer Leverkusen, even though they are demanding like 80 million pounds for Kai Havertz, there will be no club who is willing to sign Kai Havertz for that amount of money. So I think that for like 50-60 million, Liverpool could actually do the deal. And Kai Havertz is a generational talent in my opinion. He is just 21 years old. He scored 17 goals this season and got 9 assists in 43 appearances. Last season he had an even better season, scoring 20 goals and getting like 10 assists. Chelsea at the moment are favorites to sign Kai Havertz, but I don't think that Liverpool are out of the running completely, because the Kai Havertz's agent is talking to Premier League clubs. Liverpool are one of them. Chelsea and other clubs are also talking to the player's agent, and the Express newspaper is claiming that Kai Havertz handed in a transfer request at Bayer Leverkusen in order to force through a move this summer. Leverkusen got very unlucky because they lost to Hertha Berlin in the second to last game in the Bundesliga, and that saw them slip down to 5th place in the Bundesliga standings, and the Borussia Mönchengladbach finished in 4th place and qualified for the Champions League. So Bayer Leverkusen will only be in the Europa League, and that was one of the major draws of Kai Havertz. Keeping him at the club is Champions League football. Now that they can't offer Kai Havertz Champions League football, I see no way how they can keep Kai Havertz for one more season, and I think he's ready for the Premier League. Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Liverpool and Chelsea are all interested in Kai Havertz, so the big question is who will get him? Maybe for 60-70 million. I think that Chelsea are the favorites at the moment to sign him, but even Chelsea are unwilling to pay the highest fee that Bayer Leverkusen are requesting right now, and no other club really wants to pay 70-80 million pounds for Kai Havertz, as talented as he is. Ziege, the former Liverpool and Bayern Munich midfielder, have actually said this in an interview: if it comes to the future, I would say yes. If I were Kai Havertz, I would say yes to a Premier League move, but for now I would tell Kai Havertz to stay another season at Bayer Leverkusen and prove for another season that he's a fantastic player. He's so talented, but I would tell him to stay another season and then make a big step in his career. I don't think that players think like that. I mean, he already had 2 full seasons in the Bundesliga. He scored 37 goals in 2 seasons in the Bundesliga. So what more does he need to prove? He already has proven that he's a great player. If you can score around 20 goals a season as a 21-year-old, you are ready for the Premier League. I mean, there are players who scored a lot less goals and still signed for a Premier League club and went on to become absolute greats in the Premier League. So I think that Kai Havertz is more than ready for the Premier League. And Ziege also said this: it's difficult to say that from outside. And it might be that going to Chelsea or Liverpool is good for the reasons we talked about with Timo Werner. You see Werner, for example, he did a fantastic job at Leipzig. He was growing up there and getting confidence. So this is what Kai Havertz maybe needs as well. The surroundings he has now, and then maybe try to make the next step in his career. I mean, Chelsea are doing some very serious transfer business. They already signed Hakim Ziyech for 33 million, which is, I think, an absolute great deal. And they also signed Werner for 53 million. That remains to be seen whether it's a great deal or not. Not because of the transfer fee, because 50 million for Werner, 53 million is a really good deal. But is he really worth 270,000 pounds weekly wages? And it's just crazy how Chelsea can offer pretty much a brand new player coming into the Premier League like £1 million per month wages. That absolutely blows my mind that they can do that. And it just shows that Chelsea are still bankrolled by Roman Abramovich, and they can go crazy with the transfer fees and the wages still, and they have money to burn because they still have the Eden Hazard and Morata money. Basically, they are spending that money that came in last season. Because of the transfer ban, they weren't able to sign players, and that's the big question: what kind of wages and transfer fee would Kai Havertz command? If he wants an as crazy wage as Timo Werner, then I don't think Liverpool should sign him, because Kai Havertz is definitely not worth 80 million pounds plus like 200k plus wages per week. But if we could get him for like 60 million and sell like 4 or 5 players, that could fund the transfer and it could be worth it. But Liverpool already have Naby Keita, Oxlade-Chamberlain, and we are close to signing Thiago as well. So we don't necessarily need Kai Havertz. And Ziga said also this: at the first place I was thinking when Timo Werner went to Chelsea, why is he going to Chelsea and why is Liverpool not trying harder to get him? But I think Chelsea is working through big changes and making big progress through Lampard, bringing in good new players, good young players, having success at the moment in the Premier League. So it might be the right decision for him. If you come to Liverpool, you have Firmino, Mane and Salah. It might be really difficult to get a starting spot in the team, but at Chelsea he has a free run at the striker's role, because like Tammy Abraham and Giroud are not like nailed on #1 strikers at Chelsea. Liverpool obviously have good forwards, fantastic forwards, but at some stage it has to be changed. Get another good player to push those guys who are already there. Every story ends at some point. The bigger the success you have, the more you have to think about the next step. And Ziga is, I think, right. Liverpool sooner or later need to freshen up their team. And if we go for the 3rd year in a row, not really going big in the transfer market, I wonder how Liverpool will perform next season, because I think we need a spark, we need a little bit of a push. This Liverpool team need something that spices it up. Dietmar Hamann, the former Liverpool player who is now a pundit, said that Havertz would improve any team in the Premier League, not just Liverpool but even Manchester City. A lot of Premier League clubs will be interested in Havertz, Hamann said. He's a terrific player and there's not many better around at the moment. If you look at Manchester United, it's very clear they need new personnel going forward, and I think he would improve pretty much every team. Liverpool are a bit different with the way they set up and play. They don't play like Manchester United, but besides that, he improves every team, Havertz. Before the break, people were talking about 3 figures, 100 million pounds, 100 million. If that's a price any club is prepared to pay in the summer, I'm not sure, but the likelihood is he will leave Leverkusen and take on another challenge in the Premier League this summer. And Jason McAteer, another former Liverpool player, said this about the situation: Takumi Minamino has come in at Liverpool, but it looks like as if Xherdan Shaqiri and Adam Lallana are going to leave, so others are going to have to step up. But who? Who will step up? That's the problem. No agent will need any encouragement to link their players to a move to Liverpool. I'm sure Timo Werner's people were making a lot of the running when there was talk of him joining Liverpool, but are they going to play regularly? Talk of Bayer Leverkusen's Kai Havertz arriving at Liverpool therefore seems a little bit unlikely. Liverpool broke records to sign Alisson and Van Dijk, but the rest of the team were not necessarily signed for like huge transfer fees. They haven't gone about their business that way, and I don't see it happening. And it is going to be a big year with the Euros at the end of the season, so top players are going to want to play regularly, something that Jurgen Klopp is not able to provide for everyone. There has been a lot of talk about Bayern Munich's Thiago Alcantara joining, but defensive midfield is an area of strength with Jordan Henderson and Fabinho, so a move for him might not be the way forward. One main area they have to look at is left back. Andy Robertson has been outstanding, and they have had to rely on James Milner playing there when Robertson hasn't been available. That's obviously not Milner's preferred position, and Sadio Mane always looks more comfortable when he's playing in front of Robertson, but they don't need much more, and I think it is about getting the right people into the club who are going to fit in with the culture. And Hamann is right. I think that Liverpool's main priority should be a left back. I mean, Neco Williams can play at left back. He played there yesterday against Brighton, but I don't think that's his natural position. Milner is like, how old is he? 34 years old now. if Robertson gets a long-term injury, do we really want to rely on James Milner to handle week in, week out Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup football? I'm not so sure if he can do that at 34 years old. I don't think he can play twice every week for a full 90 minutes. And if Robertson is out injured, what do we do with the left back position? The right back position I think is fine with Trent Alexander-Arnold and Neco Williams, but the left back position I would sign a young left back if I was Liverpool. But that's the problem. Which young left back would want to come to Liverpool when you know that Andy Robertson is the nailed down like a regular left back at Liverpool and you wouldn't play a lot? That's the problem. And would a left back come in knowing that Robertson, being one of the best right backs in the world and certainly one of the best right backs in the Premier League, is almost like indisplaceable, irreplaceable in Liverpool's starting 11? That's the big question. And Oliver Bierhoff, former Germany international, who actually played in Austria, Italy and France, and he had been away from Germany for 6 years before his first international appearance, and he actually gave some advice to Kai Havertz. He doesn't think Havertz has anything to worry about. I played almost my entire career outside of Germany, and I think it's a good thing to leave your country. You grow as a person, you become stronger, you become more mature, develop further. When you leave your comfort zone, you usually take a step forward. And he is right, when you leave your comfort zone, that's where your real improvement takes place. And Havertz already said that he's not a player who wants to stay in Germany and sign for Bayern Munich. He wants to go abroad, experience a different league, a different culture, different playing style, lifestyle as well. So let me know, what is your opinion ultimately on Kai Havertz? Should Liverpool break the bank for him, or should we just be cautious with our spending? And also, there has been some talk of Mohamed Salah being a little bit selfish against Brighton. Graham Souness criticized him pretty harshly, in my opinion, in his post-match comments, and actually Alisson came to Salah's defense in saying this is Mo Salah we are talking about. He is hungry, he's always there fighting for a goal, helping the team on the defense phase as well. He's always there to help win some games for us and ready to fight always for the goal. It's his job and he loves to do that. We just want to keep doing what we love, what we have passion to do, play football, really good football, and enjoying the games that we have now. We just want to be focused on the next match, fighting for the 3 points. Sometimes we don't even know that we are breaking records, and we only know when you tell us. It's nice, of course, but it's not what we are looking for. We are looking to give our best on the pitch, and then the victories will come automatically, the records will come. The most important thing is that we are Premier League champions. Oh my goodness, you love to hear it. And also Jurgen Klopp actually revealed that Adam Lallana might not be back before his contract runs out at the end of the season. This is what Jurgen Klopp said. It is clear Adam Lallana will leave Liverpool in the summer, if the summer ever starts. I already miss everything about him. In this moment he is still here, but we will miss him. He is one of the most influential players on the training ground. And the quality I've ever had in my life in training is absolutely brilliant. He's an incredible professional. But now we have a difficult situation, and I will respect Adam Lallana a lot. Everything with Adam is sorted, let me say it like this. He's so fit, he's training. Everything is fine, but the future is his future. And if we need his help on the pitch, we can get it. He trains 100%, but as long as we don't need him, he will just train. There were a lot of discussions about players without contracts. With him there was not even a discussion. It was clear Adam would extend his contract, and he wanted to do that as well, but he will not put any risk on his future or whatever. That is absolutely clear. He's one of the most important players of the time since I am here, so I wish him only the best for the future. From my point of view, he's already a legend here, so he can become a legend somewhere else from next season. So basically what Jurgen Klopp is saying is that Adam Lallana doesn't really want to bust his ass off in the last few games for him to maybe get injured, and that would wreck his dreams of playing for another club next season. So he wants to just train and stay fit and stay at Liverpool until the end of the season, so he can be part of the title celebrations when Liverpool will lift the title, probably against Chelsea at home. And then he can go to a different club fully fit and ready to go. So basically, Jurgen Klopp confirmed that Adam Lallana is pretty unlikely to play for Liverpool ever again, which is a little bit sad, but also you can understand this point of view. I'm not sure about Adam Lallana being a Liverpool legend. I mean, every player who helped Liverpool win the title is a Liverpool legend in my eyes, but not in the sense of a legend like a legendary figure in the history of the football club like Steven Gerrard, Jamie Carragher, Kenny Dalglish, John Barnes, other players. Adam Lallana wasn't like the most important player to win the title for Liverpool, but he helped Liverpool. He helped this club to build it up to what we have become, which is the greatest club in the Premier League and in the Champions League as well. And also, this is an interesting story. I'm not sure if you knew, but Alisson has a 33-year-old brother, Muriel Becker, who is also a goalkeeper, and he plays for Fluminense. They are a club in Brazil, and they had a derby game with Flamengo. And the veteran goalkeeper actually saved 2 penalties, and he actually won the trophy for his club with these 2 penalty saves, which is absolutely brilliant. And Jurgen Klopp actually also defended Salah after Graham Souness's selfish comments about Salah not passing to his teammates at the end of the game. He was on a hat-trick, for God's sake, and Jurgen Klopp said this: Salah is a striker, how can it not be a motivation for him to win the top scorers award? That's clear. In the last 2 years he won the Golden Boot. Last year he shared it with Mane and Aubameyang. That's always important. It's important for Sadio Mane as well, and all that stuff is normal. In the end, you can only score goals when you perform well, and he did that, so that was really good. And apart from that, it's all fine. If you are too focused on goals, not that Salah or Mane are too focused, but if you are too focused on goals, you don't move enough, that you can be in the right positions, and the goals he scored were really good. He had a lot of movement to do and score the goals. That's nice. We could have scored more. That's true. I'm happy with Salah, and I fully agree with Jurgen Klopp. I think all strikers need to be selfish if they want to do anything of note, really. And that wraps up today's Liverpool transfer news video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.